Okay, let's just dive right into this. Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're unpacking a massive, literally world-changing shift that humanity is going through right now. We're going to take some of those really deep, maybe kind of abstract spiritual concepts from Gary Zukav's legendary book, The Seat of the Soul, along with some of his incredible chats with Oprah Winfrey, and turn them into a super grounded, practical roadmap for your actual life. So we're figuring out how to fundamentally shift the way you operate in the world. Ready?
So I want you to imagine a feeling for a second. It's actually something Oprah heard from her audience all the time. Picture having the whole package, the outward success, the picket fence, the nice cars, the great square footage, but still waking up with this deep, nagging emptiness in your gut. An emptiness that looks at your quote-unquote perfect life and just asks, is this all there is? If you've ever hit all your goals but still felt like something huge was missing, you are absolutely not alone. And the material we're digging into today explains exactly why that happens.
Part 1. The evolution of awareness, moving beyond the five senses.
According to Zukav, humanity is evolving, and it's happening fast. For literally thousands of years, we've basically operated as the five-sensory human. That means we were strictly limited to what we could physically see, touch, and figure out with our intellect just to survive. It was all about physical reality, right? But now, we're evolving into what he calls the multisensory human. This is someone who navigates life not just with their brain, but through the heart, through intuition, and soul-level awareness. While a five-sensory person is trying to find fulfillment purely in the physical world, which, by the way, is exactly what causes that empty feeling we just talked about, a multisensory human is hunting for profound, deep meaning.
Part 2. External vs. authentic power, a paradigm shift in empowerment.
So this shift in how we perceive the world means we have to completely rethink what the word power even means. Usually when we think of power, we're actually thinking of external power. And honestly, it's entirely based on fear. It's that urge to manipulate people, control your environment, or just claw your way to the top of the daily grind. But here's the catch. Because it's external, somebody can always take it away from you. Authentic power, on the other hand, is a whole different ballgame. It's rooted in love, joy, and compassion. Authentic power is about building something so incredibly strong and aligned inside of yourself that no one, literally no one, can ever take it from you.
Zukav puts it beautifully. He says, authentic power is the energy that is formed by the intentions of the soul. Think about that for a second. True power isn't that shiny new promotion at work. It's not a bigger paycheck. It's simply the light in your life that you shape every single day through intentions of love and compassion. It's about taking your everyday personality and putting it to work for your higher self.
Part 3. The mothership and the boat. Aligning personality with the soul.
Okay, to really wrap our heads around how to align our daily lives with our higher selves, let's look at this brilliant analogy that Oprah and Gary Zukav talked about. Picture a huge fleet of ships out on the open ocean. The mothership is your soul, and you are one of the little boats. Your personality, your mind, your body, your daily commute, your to-do list, that's the little boat out there bobbing in the waves. Meanwhile, your soul is this massive, magnificent mothership that's setting the course for the whole fleet.
Now as that little boat, you've got free will. You can totally choose to sail in the exact opposite direction of the mothership if you really want to. But if you do that, you are pretty much guaranteed to hit rough, exhausting, empty waters. But here's the secret. Meaning is your inner compass. When your little boat uses that sense of meaning to sail in the exact same direction as the mothership, wow, your life automatically fills up with purpose, excitement, and love. You've aligned your personality with your soul.
Part 4. Intention is cause and effect, the physics of karma.
So how do we actually steer this little boat? It all comes down to a fundamental mechanism. Now, when most of us hear the word karma, we instantly think of like some cosmic punishment or some judge up in the sky keeping score. But the material we're exploring completely redefines it. Karma is strictly cause and effect, and is driven entirely by your intention. It's just an inescapable law of energy. Every single thought, feeling, and action you have has an intention behind it, and that intention creates an equal effect that is absolutely going to bounce right back to you.
Let's look at how this literally creates your day-to-day reality. If your underlying intention is fear-based, like say you're constantly trying to one-up your coworkers or you're exploiting a situation just to get ahead, you are inevitably going to build a reality where you feel isolated and exploited yourself. That's just the energy returning to sender. But on the flip side, if your intention is love-based, if you're just extending genuine kindness with zero hidden agenda, you will literally draw kind, loving people straight into your life. You are building the world you live in right now through the intentions you set.
And get this, modern science actually backs this up. If you look at quantum physics, specifically the famous double-slit experiment, it proved that subatomic particles actually change their behavior just by being observed. Energy waves literally collapse into solid physical particles only when an observer is watching. This basically suggests that consciousness is the underlying organizing principle of the universe. So, tying it back to our explainer, your intention is acting as that conscious observer. Your intention is literally collapsing the universe's energy to materialize your everyday reality. How wild is that?
Part 5. Relationships as spiritual partnerships. Evolving together through connection. All right, let's pivot to probably the most challenging part of our lives, relationships. Society loves to define marriage or partnerships as just tools for survival, security, or, checking off cultural boxes. But our sources completely flip the script on this. Enter the spiritual partnership. This is a relationship between equals that you consciously choose specifically to help each other grow spiritually. You aren't just staying together to split the mortgage and do the dishes, you're teaming up to help each other's souls evolve. It's a total game changer. Because you're so committed to growth, a spiritual partnership is basically guaranteed to bring all your deepest, darkest fears and obstacles right to the surface. When the inevitable conflicts pop up, you have to remember this golden rule. Focus on what you can learn about yourself from your own reactions. We've all been there, right? You feel this sudden flash of anger or jealousy over something super trivial. Well, authentic power means you use those intense triggers as a mirror to figure out your own unconscious fears, instead of just instantly blaming or attacking your partner. It's all about taking radical accountability for your own energy.
Part 6. Creating your authentic reality. The path forward.
Okay, we have covered a ton of ground here. Let's break down exactly how you can start using this stuff today. There are 4 practical steps to conscious creation. First off, you've got to develop total emotional awareness. Like, you have to actually feel your feelings, the good, the bad, the ugly, because your emotions are essentially the force field of your soul. Once you've got that awareness, step 2 is identifying the hidden unconscious intentions behind your habits and your fears. Shine a massive light on them. Step 3, apply your free will to deliberately choose love-based intentions instead. And finally, step 4, make those choices every single day to align your personality with your soul's purpose. You stop just blindly reacting to life and you start consciously creating it.
Ultimately, when you really commit to this process, when you finally strip away all that fear, the obsession with external control, and your ego's desperate need to manipulate everything around you, you arrive at one incredibly simple truth: love heals everything. You realize that love isn't just a nice idea, it's the absolute core of your authentic power. It is literally the only energy that creates true, lasting fulfillment. As we wrap up this explainer and you get ready to jump back into your day, I want to leave you with one single, incredibly profound question to chew on. Just let this guide your reality from here on out. What is the intention behind your next choice? Seriously, just take a breath and think about it before you speak, before you act, and before you react. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really hope this framework helps you sail your little boat in perfect alignment with your mothership. Catch you next time.